I did it! I finally picked up the Natasha Denona HY-Glam foundation. It took a while because I'm pretty sure my perfect shade was like sold out straight away, but hopefully this one works. I've got YN6 here today. I am praying it works because I want to be able to wear it. Like, I'm praying I like this first of all, and I just want to be able to wear it. I think this one should be okay though. Let's backtrack a little bit. Natasha Denona HY-Glam foundation. If you're new to my channel, all I need you to know is that this concealer was in my yearly favorites 2 years in a row, and I basically wore it in every single makeup tutorial except a few when I was switching it up. But this concealer is like my favorite concealer of life. I love this. I use it every day when I'm not filming, like if I'm just doing my makeup. It's thin, it's high coverage, it's beautiful. This specific shade is P1. This is my favorite shade and I use this the most, and I still have oceans of product left, and I've literally been using this exact tube for over a year. Like, it's worth the money in my opinion. I love it so much, and I really am praying that this is going to be like my holy grail foundation. I love Natasha Denona. The HY-Glam range is just outstanding, and I'm so excited for this. I'm actually a little bit nervous as well because I feel like I'm going to be so harsh on this because like I really need this to be perfect. It's expensive. YN6, that's what we've got here. This is the HY-Glam foundation from Natasha Denona, hydrating and blurring long wear radiant serum foundation. All of those words are my buzzwords. Give it to me. It says here, clinically proven, medium buildable coverage, radiant blurring finish, self-setting formula, short and long-term hydration, balances excess oils, hypoallergenic, non-common, I can never say that word, safe for sensitive skin, and long-lasting up to 18 hours, talc free, suitable for all skin types and available in 52 shades, not tested on animals, paraben free, mineral oil free, UV filter free, and D5 free. I don't know what D5 is. This is formulated in Korea and made in Italy. Literally, this ticks every single one of my little boxes. I need to turn on my aircon. I'm getting hot, I'm getting worked up. The packaging is stunning. It's compact. You do get your full 30 ml in here, so it's a regular sized foundation, but it's not too big, and it's got a little bit of weight to it, but it's not too heavy. So if you were to put this in a makeup bag or whatever, it like would not be a problem. It is glass, and then the lid is like a nice kind of like, what is that? Like soft matte kind of plastic. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. The color looks okay. Let's go. We are going to prime half of my face just so we can see if there's any difference between application longevity, the look of it, whatever. I'm going to go in with the Sherbet Glow Primer from Emco Beauty. Wait a second for that to soak in, and then on my skin, I've just obviously done skincare. I also used one of my Numbuzin Centella Relief Green things just to wipe down my skin like 10 minutes ago, and then I've also got on what is like everything that's on my face down below. So that's like my skincare I've got on. Blah blah blah, we've heard it all before. Long lasting, lightweight formula. Oh, creaseless as well apparently, and I have to say the concealer is pretty creaseless. Bamboo powder and microalgae balance excess oils, providing a radiant finish for dry to oily skin types without looking greasy. Skip ahead if you don't care about all this stuff. Jasmine mother cells help to increase antioxidant defenses, brighten, and help to reduce the appearance of uneven skin tone. White tea silver needle contributes, what the hell is white tea silver needle? Contributes to the appearance of smoother skin, provides both short and long-term hydration, improves the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, helps to support the skin's natural moisture levels, refreshes your skin's appearance for a healthy looking complexion. Everything about this sounds amazing, and it's self-set so it can be worn alone or paired with a powder for a natural matte finish. I don't know if you need to shake it, but I will. It sounds liquidy and runny, and do you know what? I knew I would try this for myself one day, so I've not seen anyone review this. Like, I'm not even kidding. I've watched Natasha Denona's videos on that, but I have not watched any influencers' opinions or anything, so I'm going through this with no, like, what do you say, bias, I guess, other than the fact that I'm just excited about it because it's like one of my favorite ranges ever. Come on, be a nice color. Okay, that's like not really a full pump, but we're gonna start there because I just want to see how it goes. Oh, I should have got a brush ready maybe. Let's use this Yummy Face Danessa Myricks brush. So this is the unprimed side of my face. and it's spreading out pretty good. I was a little bit worried it was kind of like clinging just then, but I think we're good. I'll zoom you in a little bit. The colour actually looks very good, don't you reckon? Obviously it's like right there and I haven't blended it anywhere else. Okay, I'm just going to show you what a full pump looks like. There we go, that looks a bit better. It feels lightweight. It doesn't feel like identical to the concealer or anything. I wasn't expecting it to either because, hello, concealer and foundation are different. But just for anyone curious, like it's liquidy, it's light. It does not feel like much on my skin whatsoever once it's on. Oh my god, that looks low-key like so smooth and so amazing. I'm gonna put a little bit on my eyelid, literally just the like residue from my brush. I haven't added any more product just to see the coverage over those veins, because you know me, I've got like veiny ass lids. Look at that. That was just residue and it's covered pretty well. Not perfectly, but pretty well. Okay, I don't want to like freak out, but I swear to God, I mean, you tell me, but I feel like that looks really, really, really good. Am I crazy? Am I biased? I don't know. Doing a little, oh, it's kind of hard to get like a perfect half pump. It's quite a sensitive pump. I'm gonna have to go all the way across here, guys, but let's see how it looks on the forehead. The color, yeah, not bad at all. It's sitting really nicely on my nose and not going weird, because I feel like if a foundation's gonna sit weird, it's always on my nose for some reason. Probably just because, like, you know, there's more like dead skin and stuff on my nose half the time. But it is sitting pretty. Oh my god, I need this in a pale shade immediately as well. Like, okay, don't get ahead of yourself, Shan. You've had it on for like 30 seconds. The glow, like, that is so pretty. That is so, so pretty. YN, Yellow Neutral 6. It's a good color. Makes sense that this actually does work well for me, because I am a little bit more yellowy or neutral, or sometimes goldeny peachy. It kind of just depends on the brand, really. I'm just spreading this out now. Now this is just one layer as well, and I just feel like that coverage is so beautiful. Like, I honestly don't feel like, why is there an eyelash? Get off me. I don't feel like I need to build up the coverage whatsoever. Like, I just feel like it's perfect as it is. Like, I would call that basically like a full coverage anyway. Like, it's covering up everything I need it to. The freckles on my nose, like all of the main ones are kind of covered. There's a few of my really dark ones that are peeking through, but I mean, that always happens. The only critique I have of this so far is that the pump, and I don't know if it's just my one, but I feel like my pump is a little bit tinny. Like, it's not a super, you know how, this is so picky, and I'm being picky because I want this to be my holy grail. You know how sometimes you get a pump and it's just beautiful to use and you can really just like push down as much as you want? This one's a bit more like, you know, does that make sense? But if that's the only problem with it, it's not a bad problem. Does it lock? No, it doesn't lock. I wish it locked. I mean, you've got a lid, but I wish it locked. I love a pump that locks just in case you lose the lid. I lose every lid, but that's probably just a me problem. Now this feels like a huge waste, but I'm gonna apply a little bit just on my body as well, just to see how it looks and feels. The formula feels so light that I feel like if you needed a little bit of coverage over the body, it would work really well. And it self-sets apparently, so that's why I want to try it out. The color is like legit basically perfect. I just realized I'm doing this on my chest and you cannot even see what I'm doing. I literally got back from holiday yesterday. We went away to the beach and got back yesterday afternoon. I haven't had any hay fever the whole time I've been gone, and then boom. This morning I wake up and I'm so blocked up. Same with Porter. He's like all blocked up in his nose. I don't know what is in the air. Obviously pollen, but you know what I mean? I was like, holy crap. And so if you're wondering why I'm like extra puffy looking, that's probably why. And also I've had alcohol and chips and dip and cheese and stuff like that. So that's probably also contributing, because like I suspected, looks low-key insane on the body. Now, would I do that on an everyday basis? No, but just for like a special occasion, you know, if I wanted my body to look perf, it's nice to know that it looks good. Hopefully it doesn't smudge too much. I'll keep you updated. We'll see. I look airbrushed. And if you're wondering what this is, I burnt myself with a curling iron, and then I keep scratching the scab off when I'm like washing my body in the shower, and so it's like scarring and going really, really bad, but that's alright. Okay, one coat over the face. Like, I'm just looking really closely, guys. I have no faults so far. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to, like, I don't know, kiss ass right now, but genuinely it looks really good. If I could put this on and just feel this beautiful in my skin every time I use it, it's gonna be worth the money to me. Like, it's as simple as that, because I feel like my skin looks insane right now, like so perfect, smooth, my pores are non-existent, the glow is exceptional, the coverage, the color is so good, unreal. Okay, we're going in with a little bit of concealer now. This is P1. My eyes are low-key like really itchy, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get a full-on rash on my eyelid. Ugh. Just gonna smash this on. And I'm assuming it's gonna work perfectly with the foundation. You'd hope so, right? Because it's the same range. And this is a nice brightening color for me. I absolutely love it. Like, I love it, love, love it. It's my favorite concealer ever. This shade, the formula, everything about it. I'm all about, at the moment, just finding like fun, affordable makeup. Oh, I've got eye boogers. Yum. It's a new one because I literally washed them out of my eyes this morning. Okay, TMI. In this day and age, I mean, ever since my channel has been a thing, we've loved affordable makeup, haven't we, guys? Like, we've loved it. Still love it to this day. Oh my god, that looks so good. But if something truly is worth the money, like, I'm going to tell you. And this formula, this concealer, I've put too much on this side, but oh well. It is really, truly that good. And I don't know how many times I have to say it, because I talk about this product all the time, let's be honest, but it really is that girl. Put on a little bit too much on this side. You don't need a lot, which is epic because it is expensive, so I don't want to be piling it on. Putting the excess just over the freckles, they're not really going to cover because they're just too dark. Now, I've got a bunch of favorite under eye setting powders, as you guys know. Usually my favorites are like the Flower Nose or Huda Beauty. I might use a little bit of Cupcake today. This is reminding me I really need to wash my brushes because I have almost no brushes or like powder puffs that are clean. Just got a little bit on my puff. I'm just going to set that down. And also just my crease here because it creases like on my eyelid. Oh man, that looks so smooth. What the heck? Now, it says you don't have to set the foundation, but I do set my foundation in every single foundation first impression, so I will today. But I'll probably try it again in another video without setting it, just to see what it's like. Applying some of this loose powder like that. And I'm kind of sad because the glow is insane. Like, I really don't want to get rid of the glow, but we'll just do a little bit of my old school Studio Fix powder. Not too much. Let me show you a close-up of, I already showed you a close-up before on the other side of my face. By the way, I can't see a difference between primed and unprimed, if I'm honest. You definitely have more of a glow, obviously, like on the forehead here. Oh, it's so pretty. You can still see my skin texture. Hello. We're not magic, but I just think it looks beautiful. And I love being able to see like a nice natural skin texture anyway. Nothing wrong with that. And then here it is, like set lightly. Still see a little bit of the glow. And I assume it'll come through as like my powder melts into my skin throughout the day. Usually that's the case, but man, I've got a red dot here you can low-key still see. Like a pimple, see that? But other than that, my skin looks super flawless, I think. So just using a little bit of powder over that forehead as well. Not too much. Well, I'm not gonna lie, so far I feel like I like it more than I thought I would like it, if that's possible. But we will continue to wear it. It is only almost 10 AM as per normal. That's like when I always start. But I will finish my makeup and we'll just see how this looks throughout the day, because I'm so excited for this. I feel like it's gonna be a new holy grail. Like, I genuinely feel like it's just made my skin look so beautiful. I feel a little bit more dull now, but I just probably need that bronzer and stuff back in my life. So I'll check in with you once I have my full face of makeup on and just show you how it's kind of sitting, how everything's blending on top of it, la 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 la. All right guys, it's been just over an hour. Here's the finished makeup. I have to say, I put on my normal favorite Natasha Denona blush, and then I set it with my She's Everything palette, the the peach blush. I did film a little like TikTok tutorial, and I think it may be the loose, I think it's because I used a loose powder. I don't always use a loose powder, and it kind of went a bit weird just here. I don't think that's the foundation. I think it's the powder, like I said. Anyways, the foundation itself looks gorgeous. You can definitely see a little bit of the glow kind of peeking through, like if you look at my forehead. I feel like the powders are all kind of like sinking in really nicely, and just everything looks so good. I like rushed my eye makeup today, so if it looks a bit meh, that's probably why. It just took me so long because I was filming it, you know? But yeah, the foundation itself looks pretty phenomenal, I have to say. It looks good in pictures. I took some selfies, like it looks really nice. I'll insert the picture. There's no like smoothing filter or anything on it. My skin still looks like skin, but it looks smooth, it looks radiant. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever, even though I set it with the MAC Studio Fix powder, which can sometimes be on the heavier side. It genuinely feels like I'm wearing a very light makeup, which I like because these days I don't like the feeling of like thick, heavy makeup on my face. I'm sure by the end of the day, after like 12 hours, I'll still probably feel that way, but right now it feels very, very comfortable. There's nothing weird happening other than, yeah, just a little bit of the separating blush situation where the powder was. Let's ignore that. I could probably fix that if I use setting spray and stuff, but we're not doing that today. So yeah, this is the finished look. I'll be back throughout the day and we'll see how it's wearing and how it's looking. I'm looking less cute now because I've changed my outfit, but it is almost 2 o'clock, so what's that? 4 hours. Looks basically the same. I do feel like it looks a little bit yucky around my nose, and I feel like unfortunately it has kind of settled a little bit into like a couple of little lines like just there, which that doesn't normally happen for me. So maybe personally I might need to set this with a bit of a thicker layer of powder, although that is where I put the Huda Beauty powder and it looks a little bit thicker just there, so maybe it was the loose powder. I need Botox, so I've got like a lot of movement up on my forehead. Still looks really pretty though, really glowy. I like it overall. I'm just interested to see how it kind of continues to look as the day goes on. Even my under eyes looks a little bit thicker than normal. Maybe I shouldn't have used that Huda Beauty loose powder. I'm regretting my decision, but I do feel so like radiant and comfortable. So we'll see how we go throughout the day. I'm a little bit nervous. Yeah, the glow is beautiful. Like it's like glass skin vibes. It's actually glowier than I thought it would be from like reading about it, you know what I mean? Like I think it's quite a glowy formula, especially considering I wasn't exactly wearing like a shiny, metallic, glittery base, like a flawless filter or anything like that, you know? Like both sides look very, very radiant. All right, I'll be back later. I feel like every time I do these videos if my lips aren't done, I look crap. Just do a little. Okay, other than the lips, everything else looks like the exact same. Same amount of melt, same amount of like shine. Nothing is really changing. I've had earphones on. The way that this glows is very like glass mirror vibes, like reflective glow. No shimmer or shine. It's just like glassy, glossy skin. Does that make sense? Like look at the way that the light just like bounces off of my face. I really want to try this again with like setting spray and maybe a bit more powder or like different powders under my eyes and things like this, but things like this, things like that. Sorry, you can hear Louis like rolling around in the cup. I like it right now. I feel like it just looks the same. I don't know, I feel like I'd like to set this area in between my eyebrows with a little bit more powder, but we'll wait till later to do that. By the way, I didn't say it's been on for 6.5 hours. It's 4:30, that's 6.5, right? Oh my god, I was just cry laughing and I'm scared that it's ruining my makeup, but I think we're good. It ran down my nose. I've kind of like messed up my eyeliner. Oh well. Oh my gosh, okay. Me and Hamish just cracking up. I was like, no, I'm doing a first impression, my makeup. So it's 7:30 now, so that's 7, 8, 9 hours, right? 9.5 hours. So this is a really good amount of time, and I ate some very like messy dinner. I had corn on the cob, salad, and meat skewers. So I was kind of expecting it to be completely wiped from around my mouth, but it actually looks fine. It looks like a little bit melty around my nose, still a little bit heavy just there. On both sides, but that's literally the only area. I really do feel like it may have been my loose powder today. I may have just put too much on. To be fair, I normally do go for press, but anyways, like because it's just like there where that blush was around my nose, like a couple of places I used that loose powder. So I think next time I wear this foundation, I'm going to do it with a bit more powder. My brain's like malfunctioning. Also my whatever. You can see that it's fine, it's whatever. Everywhere else it looks pretty much the same. Is there a bit of fading here? Potentially slightly at this point, but it's really not noticeable. I definitely think it's long wear. I don't think it's gotten any greasier. Like, it kind of just looks the same. I feel like it's literally looked the same since like an hour in, except maybe this is just slightly more melty, slightly. I've been like touching my face, like wiping my nose. I've got the worst hay fever, and it's really good. I do feel like it just looks really good. I don't know. I forgot to touch up my lips. Oh well. Like, if I was about to head out for like dinner or something, date night, whatever, I reckon I could literally powder, touch up my liner, touch up my lips properly, and I'd literally look fresh as. I'm not gonna bother trying to touch up till the very end because I just want to see how it continues to wear before we reach that point. So I will see you at about the 12-hour mark. And yeah, so far though, I already know I'm going to continue to use this because I think when I fine tune my routine, like I'm just going to love it more and more. I already think it just looks so good. It's just about nailing the powdering and everything really with it. And to be honest, most of the time when I'm wearing makeup, I just need it to look good for like 3 or 4 hours anyway. Obviously, I'm not going to recommend you a foundation though that costs this much money if it doesn't look good for like a super long amount of time. But all I'm saying is if I'm just whipping it on for lunch or whatever, I don't really have to like nail the powder is all I'm saying. Like, if it starts getting greasy throughout the day, I don't even care. But I guess that's the only thing I don't really understand, how it's self-setting. I guess in my mind, self-setting means it like, you know, goes like transfer proof and matte. I mean, it's not transferring when I touch it, it's definitely not. But yeah, it's the glow, like, I don't know, when I think of transfer proof, I don't know why, but I immediately think of like dry and dusty, but it's really not. It's so glassy and glossy. If you have super oily skin, like, I mean, it says it's okay for oily skin, but probably watch another creator that has oily skin just to see how it goes, because I don't know, like, boggles my mind. I don't get it. I don't know, I've got more combo, I'd say. I'm very normal, but I get a little bit of like a oily T-zone and a little bit of like drier in some areas. And I mean, you can see like through the oily T-zone what it ends up looking like. It's a very hot day today. I am sweaty, so that's playing into the T-zone. Anyway, I'll see you later and let's see how it looks and we'll touch it up. Touch it, bring it. It's 10 to 10, so that's about 12 hours. I actually don't have that like burning need to remove my makeup right now. Like, I mean, I would love to, but sometimes at this point I'm like, I don't know, like wanting to just scrape it off. Whereas right now I feel quite comfortable. The only thing bothering me is I want to take my lashes off because that always happens when I'm wearing false eyelashes. I'm like over it. Let's just try setting it real fast. Just out of interest, I'm going to use a little bit of Studio Fix with a powder puff and let's just see like what would be to happen. I'll do like half. So I'm just going to do my T-zone on this side of my face, as you can see. And I'm just using a really little amount and I'm just like tapping it. Sorry if you can hear my robot vacuum upstairs. It's like clunking around a little bit. If I was to do this, I'd probably just like mist with a setting spray afterwards, but I don't want to waste it since I'm about to like wash off my makeup. Look at that. It looks completely fresh already. And using a little bit of setting spray would just make it look less like chalky. It looks a little bit chalky like that, but honestly, it still looks really pretty though. Like glowy, don't you reckon? The vacuum cleaner is going absolutely nuts. Can you hear that? Overall, do I recommend it? Yeah. I think it's so pretty. Here's a close-up. Like, it's melted a little bit more, I reckon. Like, it's a little bit oilier through the T-zone, but I just don't think it looks terrible. I don't think it's faded much more at all. Like, I've had headphones on, so it's a little bit more faded there, but I mean, not bad. It's expensive, absolutely, but the color is gorgeous. The finish is like, I just love everything else about it. So long story short, I'm happy I got it. You're going to see it more often and I'm going to keep experimenting with it. If you guys have tried it, please let me know what you think. Let everyone in the comments know what you think as well, in case like more people want to know like if it's worth it. And yeah, let me know like your skin type and everything. I think it's worth a shot. If you love the concealer, I think you should just give it a go. Love you. Bye.